Thank you for being with us. We are here to see how one makes entries into a spreadsheet. How do you create content with a spreadsheet? As I always do, you're going to follow where the cursor is. The point at which I'm explaining is where I direct the cursor. I start with the title bar. We are using Microsoft Excel, the name of the application, and this is the default file name. Then we have the menus. Each menu is tapped to activate its corresponding tools on what we call the ribbon below here. So here, each menu that you activate, the corresponding tools activate on its ribbon. Then we have the name box, the formula bar, and the workspace. In the workspace, we have a grid, and each unit on the grid is a cell. The active cell is the one bounded by a bold outline, as you see. We are going to gradually see around the active cell. Then we have labels bounding the workspace. We have labels on top that are inscribed with alphabet. These correspond to the varying columns. Each column is inscribed by an alphabet, column C, column D onwards. Then we have on the left side, we have numbers corresponding to the rows. Each row is inscribed by a numerical value. So we have what we call the cell address. Each active cell has its address displaying in the name box. As you see here, B and 3. B corresponds to the column where that address is, and while 3 corresponds to the row where the address lies. So it lies at B3, B corresponding to the column and 3 corresponding to the row. So each address has what are similar to coordinates, identifying each address uniquely, and they appear automatically in the name box. So at this juncture, we are going to see how entries are made into a spreadsheet, and it's pertinent to know how to navigate the spreadsheet. The navigation is by the various input peripherals. We have the mouse pad for a laptop. You can have a mouse for the desktop computer, and the keyboard. You should be conversant with the different keys on the keyboard. But in simple terms, the cursor can be moved around the worksheet and directed to a point of choice where you want to make entries. You run the cursor and click. Then where you click becomes the active cell, ready to take on entries. So on the mouse pad or the mouse, you can easily move the cursor around the spreadsheet. So where you direct the cursor and click is where entries can be made. So let's use a simple application for the grocery to demonstrate. So in case I need to move my cursor to another point, I can use the mouse pad or the mouse itself. Then I go on to make necessary entries. So on the keyboard, we have the tab key that can move the active address one step to the right, stepwards, a step to the right. It moves it rightwards, step by step. That is what we call the tab key. So in case I need to direct my cursor stepwise, one step to the right, stepwise. I use the tab key, okay, and I keep making the entries as required. So here, tab key has come in handy. Then I direct the cursor to another point using the mouse pad or the mouse. Then I continue to make entries. So here, I need to move one step downwards as I make the entries. Here, I can use the downward pointing arrow or the enter key, what we call the return key. The downward pointing arrow and the enter key can both achieve moving the cursor one step downwards. Then I redirect the cursor and keep making entries. So I want you to take note of what appears in the formula bar. The entries that we make into the active cell correspondingly appear in the formula bar. We are later going to see that when you make changes to your entries, the changes are made via the formula bar. So let's keep witnessing as we witness how to make entries into a spreadsheet. So the navigation of the keys matters using either keyboard or the mouse. So the cursor is directed at different points using either the mouse pad, mouse or keyboard keys that are corresponding. So if you are to make changes, the content, we have already seen what you choose as your active cell, its content displays in the formula bar. In case I need to make changes to already entered content, I direct the cursor to the formula bar and do the needful. Okay. So the changes that I make in the formula bar reflect in the address where they are directed. Okay. So this one is a demonstration of entries that have been made into the spreadsheet. What follows is editing. Editing is document proofing, removing unnecessary content or erroneous content. And formatting appears later, that is giving your work a professional look. You will witness all that in the coming episodes. Thank you for tuning.